Craig's stuff. Craig's stuff. Craig's got a lot of stuff. Yeah. Craig's stuff. Craig's stuff. Craig's got a lot of stuff. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Craig's Stuff. My name is Craig, and this is some of my stuff just picked up this week over at the Zapp Comics. The brand new MAFEX Hush Catwoman. Honestly, I was not going to get into this line of figures, but you can't see them in the picture, but Superman and Batman are up there, and they are so good. They are so good. I love those figures that I had to get Catwoman. And I'm probably going to be getting the other guys and gals going forward now because I'm a crazy person who gets them all. And now I'm starting to look at some of the Marvel guys I haven't bought yet because I got the Venom, and now I'm like, it's just, you're just falling down that rabbit hole of toys, and it's just, you just want them all, but they're so expensive, and I don't know what to do anymore. But anyway, we're taking a look today at the Catwoman Hush figure, MAFEX. Cool figure. Excited about this one. Pretty much the same generic packaging that we have seen for the other figures. Just says Hush with the figure on the side. That stuff on the and on the back. Some stuff you can do with Catwoman. And it's thundering out a little bit, so I think we should make this quick and just pop this sucker open. Now, just after opening the box, just wanted to point out it's very hard to see with the glare here, but you can see underneath there's gorgeous Jim Lee artwork in the background. That is like one of the classic art pieces from the Batman Hush comic book, which I have right here. Haven't read this. It's going to at some point. Here it's fantastic, and there is that same artwork there. That's the classic Jim Lee Catwoman kiss, and which is pretty cool that they put that right there in the box. Now let's go look at the figure. Alrighty, so here's Catwoman out of the packaging. But before we talk about her, we have to talk about all her accessories that she comes with, and she comes with a whole lot. In fact, she came with an extra one hand for me. It was just rattling around in the box. I think it's the same as these ones. So I just got an extra. What is that? A right hand? It's kind of funny. I assume you're not supposed to get that. But that's it. Sure, why not have an extra hand? But first off, we get the MAFEX base. This is pretty much the standard base that has come with the MAFEX figures. Not great. It's fine. Not as good as like the SH Figuarts. This doesn't really grab super well. And you definitely need to tighten up some of these joints with a small screwdriver just to keep your figure from like actually being held up, especially like I had like Superman. Like Superman was kind of just too heavy for it, so you just had to just tighten up the joints there with a little screwdriver, and then of course those plug into the regular base here, and then that is that. Then we get this midsection. This is like the her ab piece. This is cool because on the normal midsection you can see she doesn't have anything wrapped around her. This is actually supposed to be her whip that is wrapped around her waist. And then, so you could pose her with the whip like this. So you've had the whip here. She has the whip in her hand. If you're not posing her with the whip, then it's around her waist. It's a really cool way they did that. I like that a lot. And of course, the whip. Made of a little bit of a pliable material. It's, but it actually, I thought it was bendy there for a sec. It is not bendy, but it does connect at different points here. So I guess you can pose the whip in different directions by spinning and popping these off. These just pop in and out. Although I would definitely be careful with those joints. They don't look too sturdy. Especially because I was bending them, and I was like, oh god. Would have been nicer, I think, if it was just a bendy wire, because that could have just been a bendy wire. Then we have two alternate faces. We have the unmasked face, which I think looks fantastic. I think the paint apps on there are really clean. Aside from maybe where the mask meets the skin, I think that is a little bit messy. I think with the eyes and the lips, I think actually look really solid. And then you get the goggled, snarling face. Again, not perfect. I think the eyes and the mouth look really good, but where the colors kind of meet new colors, like here, it's a little bit splotchy. It's actually really clean on this side. This side is it's fine. I mean, it doesn't look bad at all. But these are $100 figures, so you should always get perfection. Oh God, did I get a dot on her? Oh, okay, we got it off. Okay, that was scary. So what else do we get? We get, what is it, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 alternate hands. 10 hands. You get these wide open hands. You get the finger pointing hands. You get fists. You get clawed hands. You get, I guess these can either be whip holding hands or thumbs up hands. And then already on here are these like loose clawed hands. And those look great too. Now let's take a closer look at the figure. Okie dokie then. So here is Catwoman. And I think she looks really, really good. I just want to point out this figure really does not have too much going on. It is all a plain black color. It is the same color throughout. There's no shading or anything. It's just flat, matte black. Which looks, I mean, it looks good, and it is very, you know, it's the character. But I really feel like they could have given us a price break on something with this little detail. Obviously, the character doesn't require that level of detail. There's not like, it's just a latex suit. It's supposed to be skin tight, and she's supposed to be in all black. So, I mean, there's not too much going on. It's just like a little bit of muscle detail, and you know, the boots and whatnot, and the belt here, and then the head. But like, there's not too much going on. They shouldn't have charged full price for something like this when you compare it to something like Batman or something like Superman, where there is a little bit more going on. I feel like, and especially you got with Batman with the can suit, they both have capes with wires, and you know, they're bigger, so they could have given us a bit of a break on this. Not saying it's bad, because it looks really good. It looks great, but it's just kind of a shame. But yeah, let me point out some of the problems I noticed right off the bat here. The paint was a little bit put on a little bit thick here. You can see it's just a little bit like, I don't want to say splotchy, I don't know, but it's just kind of, there's like an extra layer on top right there. I don't know if that can be shaved away without removing any layers of paint. You don't want to do that. I think that's the only place I noticed that, which kind of stinks. But there's really not much else, not really too much to talk about. The boots look good. I mean, the buckles are there, they're painted well, and you got, you know, different color there on the bottom for the heels. And then this face looks really good too, like just like the other two. I think they did a great job with the face underneath the goggles. I do like that they used the clear material, so you know, there's a full painted figure underneath the clear goggles. Looks great. This piece right here on her neck actually moves around. I guess it's supposed to be like her zipper, but the little loop here, let's see, it does move around. I had it moved before, so you can see it just kind of hangs a little bit on her neck, which kind of sucks because it does get in the way of articulation, that little piece there. So now let's take a look at her articulation, which hopefully this figure does really, really well, because otherwise, come on. So for the head, her head looks up almost all the way. It looks down a little bit. Like I said before, it does get in the way with that little neck piece, but you add the neck to it, and the whole neck, she can look down pretty far once you add the neck. And if you add the neck going back, she goes back pretty far as well. Of course, it goes all the way around, has really, really good tilt with the head does fall off kind of easily, but it stays on fine. She does have that nice neck bob as well. Shoulders go up to a 90-degree angle. They do go all the way around, of course, and there's really nice butterfly joints in there. She has the upper bicep cut there. She has double jointed elbows, which are actually a little bit disappointing. You only go about that far. Especially with a skinny double joint like that, that's like, it's honestly kind of weak. Then at the wrists, of course, she spins and it goes up, it goes down, and it goes in all directions. Then at your chest, she goes forward and back. She does spin to the side just a teeny bit, and she does have a little bit of tilt. Then at the waist, she goes back, she goes forward, and so if you add in the both pieces, you can go that far back. Look how crazy is that. You can go fairly nice forward as well, and then she does tilt really well, although that looks terrible, but she does tilt really well at the waist area, and of course spins. This crotch area is like a bit pliable, so this piece kind of moves and forms with the waist. The legs go forward, the legs kick forward, they go back. They only go back that far straight. Unfortunately, the butt, while it is soft, it's not soft enough to make the leg go straight back. She has a very nice split. There's no upper thigh cut, but she does spin a little bit on the inner thigh. She has double jointed knees. At the ankle, she spins, she goes up, she goes down, and there is ankle pivot, and there is toe articulation there as well. Catwoman stands just a smidgen over 6 inches to the top of her ear. And here she is next to the SH Figuarts Goku. And here she is next to the McFarlane Toys Geralt from The Witcher. And here she is next to the Marvel Legends Gibbon. Alrighty, so overall, I really do like this figure. My biggest problem with it, though, is that it is way overpriced. This figure is just not worth the $100 or so that it costs. It's a great figure, but does not compare to the Batman and the Superman from the same line. Those figures have so much more detail. They have the cloth capes. They have just as many accessories, and they're just bigger characters. So I don't know where they're getting the price tag for her. I mean, they're just keeping them all at the same price. It's crazy. I mean, there's just so much less going into this. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's correct for the design, but I just think we're being ripped off for the cost. I don't believe that it cost them the same amount that it cost them to make Batman and Superman. I think that I honestly just think that they're ripping us off. Either that, or they do figures like this, and then they make some other figures that cost more, and they kind of make up costs that way. I don't really know how the business works. I don't know. If you like this review, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Please check out my Instagram. It is at Craig Stuff. Check back every Friday at noon for brand new videos. I will see you guys next time. Later.